What? When did Kyrie get injured? Damn. Jesus. Mm. Get out of here. Holy fuck. Shit. Fucking wide open in the corner. Oh, that's a tough shot. Damn. Ibaka, baby. Oh my god.
Minutes into the Celtics night with the Charlotte Hornets, Irving was struck by his teammate Aaron Baines, who was contesting Kemba Walker's shot and struck in the face by Baines' follow through. He has left the game, will not return, and has now been entered into the concussion protocol. And a huge blow, obviously, over the Celtics, team that already had overcome the loss of Gordon Hayward on opening night and has won 10 games in a row. Not surprisingly, the Hornets have taken advantage here and lead by 16 at the half in Boston, and without a single Celtic player in double figures. It's obviously a huge loss when you lose a player of Kyrie Irving's caliber for a game, but you guys have been through it as a coach, as a player. In how many ways do you feel that? Like, this is a guy with the ball in his hands a lot, a guy who can bail you out of a lot of possessions if necessary. Where do you feel it most on the floor?
Well, it's hard to answer because there aren't many people that do what Kyrie Irving does for a team. It's lead and stay 50 points on a given night. They have been really impressed with his passing ability, more so than what they thought he could do since he's gotten there. And talking to some of the Boston people, they are super impressed. And they think defensively, he just keeps working to get better. You know, I used to say when he was in Cleveland, he's a different kind of defender. You beat Kyrie off the dribble, he runs around behind you and swipes the ball from behind you after you beat him off the dribble. So he comes up with a steal all of a sudden. And they say he's really worked at getting better there. But you don't have many pieces in the league like a Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he's a superstar, and this is a big blow for them. Hopefully, he'll get back, go through the concussion protocol and be able to get back. He might need some stitches there from some of the blood that he was leaking out there. But he does everything for that team. He sets the table for everything. He's scoring, but his presence alone is making life easier for everyone else. He gets assists. He may have the pass that leads to the assist. The opposing team's focus is on Kyrie Irving. And so he's a big void for this ball club. And it doesn't surprise me the least bit that Charlotte is taking advantage.
Let's go back a year ago, that Boston team with Isaiah Thomas in the point guard spot. Didn't it seem like all the time Isaiah had the ball in his hand, basically in the fourth quarter? That's what's happened. Well, now Brad Stevens gets Kyrie Irving replacing Isaiah Thomas, and he's kind of plugged him into that spot. They still run similar things that they ran for Isaiah, but maybe Kyrie has a little more flexibility to hold the ball a little bit longer and create more stuff on his own because he's bigger and he can do it. He's that much better.
By the way, the Celtics are already without Al Horford, who's missed 2 games in a row now due to his own place in the concussion protocol after getting hit on the head on Monday night in win over the Hawks. playing any NBA games. I mean, I think it's pretty important to be able to play.
Everybody's always locked in and engaged. No matter if they haven't, like I said, they haven't played for 3 games or if they do play every night.
Your Celtics.com post-game report is presented by Platinum Investments. Despite missing both Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, the Celtics were still able to get the comeback win against the Charlotte Hornets, nabbing their 11th straight victory. What's also impressive is that the C's were down by 16 at halftime, shooting just 33% from the field. But in the final frame, both Shane Larkin and Jason Tatum were able to lock in down the stretch to give the Celtics a 90-87 victory.
We just got a lot of fighters, a lot of resilient guys. We believe in our team, we believe in each other, and just go out there and play together. There's not one guy who kind of took it upon himself to say, all right, I'm going to bring us back. We kind of played together, played the right way, and when you do that, it's hard to guard all of us, so we did and came back. I'm always locked in. That's my job. You know, I don't know when my opportunity is going to be there. Some games it's 10 minutes, some games it's 3, some games it's 5, so I just got to stay locked in all the time when I'm on the bench, whenever my number's called. Got to go out there and try to perform. So tonight, I hit some shots early, and Coach kept rocking with me, so how we prepare. And everybody's always locked in and engaged. No matter if they haven't, like I said, they haven't played for 3 games or if they do play every night. Everybody just is equally engaged and walk through and shoot around.
2 minutes into the contest, Kyrie Irving was elbowed in the head by teammate Aaron Baines and had to leave the game to be monitored for concussion symptoms. Now, I'm told that Kyrie did leave at halftime, but he made sure to send the Celtics team a group text to congratulate them on tonight's win. Closing out from TD Garden, I'm Amanda Fugrad for Celtics.com. What a comeback. You guys were able to lock in down the stretch. What did you see from the guys in the fourth?
We told us don't get our heads down, keep coming out and compete. The fans were amazing tonight. They gave us all the energy we needed, and we got the win.
2 minutes into the game, your teammate Kyrie Irving goes down. How much were you relying on yourself to give this team the offensive spark that they needed?
Anytime Kyrie or we lose somebody important, it takes a little time to get things together, but we figured it out, and we pulled out a win.
Injuries continue to hinder this team, but you guys still find a way to win. What does it say about this group that no matter what adversity you face, you deal with it and you can win?
Man, we represent the city of Boston, man, so we're resilient, we're tough, we come, we compete, we don't back down from nobody, and 11
Early in the morning, yeah.
I invite you over too, Skip. I don't belong. You belong. You got to Skip. You got to
Oh, you put ice in it or not? Oh, you check.
I let that warm though.
Just let it warm. Okay.
Skip, you got to. I just need you to support your team.
I do. In every way. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah. But I'm not going to go there. How good are the Celtics, Jim?
Pretty good. I mean, this move for Kyrie is not looking too bad right now. You think? The beauty, the thing I love about this Boston Celtic team, they're averaging.
Not.
I'm
Until when NBA viewers
probably,
again.
if you look at from a defensive perspective, Marcus.
Baby Albini with his diaper. Dude, what the fuck is he doing in the UFC? That fat fuck. He doesn't belong in there, Jesus Christ. He's fucking gross. I almost lost my lunch looking at him. Seriously, as soon as I seen him, I'm like, what the fuck is that guy doing in there? But yeah, so remember how, like, a couple days ago, I streamed and I was playing my playoff game, and it happened to be Celtics versus Hornets, and they just happened to be playing in real life, so I got a bunch of views. Well, my second round opponent is the Raptors, and guess who the Celtics are playing today? They're playing the Raptors today. So today, I named the stream even more appropriate. I put NBA Boston Celtics versus Toronto Raptors, and I even put the date, Sunday, November 12th, 2017, just to make sure. I should get more views for this one than I did the other one. Yeah, right. But I'm planning on, like, this is the first game of a series. I'm probably gonna. I don't know how much of the series I'll get through, but I'm gonna play for a few hours anyway. Give people a chance to wake up. The game is actually at 3 p.m. today, so it's not even a late game. So, but yeah, I didn't even realize how early it was actually. Yeah, dude. Playing against the Toronto Raptors in the second round, they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, so I'm not gonna get to play the Cavs. And DeMar DeRozan is honestly the guy that I have the most problems guarding, so this is a really tough matchup. And turns out Kyrie Irving's fucking injured, so I gotta do it all by myself. I didn't even know Kyrie. I mean, in real life, he's injured too. Like, what the fuck are the chances? In real life, he got elbowed in the face, and he's probably not gonna play tonight. And in my series, he's injured, so he's not gonna play. And what the fuck are the chances? I wonder if they put that in there because he got injured in real life. Like, I don't know. Because the last game I played, he was not fucking injured. At least I don't think. Oh, get out of here. Nice. Yeah, they used to have stuff like that on Metal Gear. And like on the 2K app, if you log in every day consistently, you get a bunch of stuff. Hmm. The 2K app makes everything a bitch. Like, I gotta log in, I gotta enter my email address and password every day, and then after that, I gotta do this stupid fucking security thing where you select all the cars in the images and select all the roads in the images, and what the fuck? All for like 100 or 200 VC. It's like, get the fuck out of here. It should stay logged in at the very least. Shouldn't have to fucking enter that shit every day. It's annoying enough that it doesn't stay logged in, but then when every single time you do have to enter that shit, you also have to play the fucking security game where you gotta fucking select all the pictures and shit. It's like, fuck off. Jesus Christ. I hate to say it, but I have to pick the Raptors to end the Celtics' 11-game streak today because Kyrie's not playing. Tatum and Horford are still both questionable. We already don't have Gordon Hayward. And the Raptors are fucking beasts. If we win, I'll be happy as fuck, and I'll be glad to be wrong. Yeah. A win is a win is a win. Hey, let's play this fucking game already. Yeah, I started up Assassin's Creed and I was getting ready to play it, and I just, for some reason, I couldn't do it. I just changed my mind and switched over to basketball. Oh! Dunk on a defender that's 7 foot or taller. What level are you now? Oh, it's still double XP. Yeah. How many times do you prestige? 5? 6? Oh, yeah. You should be, yeah, but yeah, you can do it a second time today. Dude, when you start up the Assassin's Creed game, dude, I'm so annoyed with Assassin's Creed. Actually, dude, you know what? That just reminded me. That's what it was. Dude, I started up Assassin's Creed and there's this message when you load up the game. Hold on just a second. I'll read the message. I have it right here. It's just one of the silliest fucking things I've ever seen. Okay, here it is. Okay, you start the game up and it says, inspired by historical events and characters, this work of fiction was designed, developed, and produced by a multicultural team of various beliefs, sexual orientations, and gender identities. Okay, now, the first part has always been at the beginning of every Assassin's Creed game, but I think it used to say developed and produced by a multicultural team of various religious beliefs. I think that's all it said. Now it says various beliefs, sexual orientations, and gender identities. Am I fucking stupid? Am I fucked up? Or what is the purpose of having that there? Why would you add sexual orientations and gender identities? Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Why is that important? I mean, I guess you can look at it as a way of Ubisoft covering their ass, but I don't know, I just find it really odd. Yeah. I've had just about enough of that shit these days. Like, I don't even have a problem with, like, I'm fully 100%. People can do whatever the fuck they want to do if they ain't fucking harming anybody else. I don't give a fuck, but I just thought it was really fucking weird that they would put that at the beginning of a video game. Like, who gives it, like, should every fucking developer start putting that at the beginning of every game now? Like, as some sort of a weird competition to see who has the most workers of the LGBT community, whatever the fuck it is. Um, like, it just seems fucking weird, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch to Assassin's Creed here at some point, because I am starting to really fucking... Dude, someone from the Kumite has a fucking Thug Rose avatar on PSN, but it's not like one that they went and found and then put as their avatar. It's an actual avatar that they got from PlayStation somehow. So I think what it is, you know how there's like a live events viewer on PlayStation where you can order pay-per-views and watch them through it? I think if you pre-order those, I think you get, because I remember when they did Mayweather McGregor, they talked about pre-order now, and there's avatar. It talked about unlocking avatars, and I went and looked, and I'm like, I don't see any avatars. I'm not just gonna pre-order this shit through my PlayStation and hope that you give me avatars if you're not gonna. They didn't outright say that you get avatars for it, so I was like, well, I'm not just gonna give you $100 to try and find out just for a fucking avatar. But I'd fucking love to have real avatars. Like, his is Thug Rose from 217. That means there must be GSP, fucking, Dillashaw, Garbrandt, Joanna. Yeah, I mean, that's the one I would have right now, if they would let me. Back when Maymac, dude, I would have loved to have one for Maymac. That would have been great. I still fucking, my Facebook profile, my profile picture is like the official poster for Bisping GSP, and my cover photo was the cover photo they had on the UFC page for that event. And I still haven't changed them. Like, I'm just fucking too lazy to do that shit. I update that shit once in a great while, and I usually just take what the UFC has. To fucking, I don't take, I don't really take pictures of myself, so I don't have a lot of those out there. Oh, but that would be politically unpopular. Oh, shit, I was way too late on that pass. That was fucking early, but still a good shot. Yeah, so I'm running the show without Kyrie. Oh. Kyrie out, I'm stepping the fuck up. Up 15 right now, minute left to go in the first half. I already got 25 points at 81%, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Are you streaming? Are you streaming? When I was watching it yesterday, I was watching it on my fucking phone, so I didn't even get to see it like on my TV screen. Shit, should have tried to block that. Thought he was gonna kick it out. Might as well. I get shot in the dick. I'm off of myself right after that. Like, what's the point of being alive now? Thanks a lot, assholes. I'm like, oh. If you got your comrades next to you going, what happened? He shot my dick off. Well, you're alright. No, that's a fatal wound. That's the end. It's like getting a really bad STD. It's like, I get shot. Oh, I shouldn't have thrown that up. That was so stupid. Viper set it up for a shot we don't need. Yeah, I'll try to find some like bulletproof underwear or something. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. And don't go away, folks. They're alright. They're not too bad. They're really not that bad. They've done a pretty good job overall with that type of stuff. Yeah. Some of them are bad. And there's plenty of them that don't make sense. Some of them are completely out of place. But for the most part, they're alright. They did pretty good. Damn. Yeah. Pop it. That's in. Rozier. I'm not really sure how. Beautiful shot. Oh, damn it. Well, at least it didn't get blown off.
To the right side. And Valanciunas kicks to Ibaka. Can't hit it. 12.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Webb against DeRozan.
Fucking.
Now Webb.
There we go.
He's got 25. Here's Horford. Bank shot. No good.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one. If he hangs in there, it makes it tough.
Oh, I got a triple double. Didn't realize.
Pokes one up. And it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, real protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6 foot. He always played through.
Hayward. And it's Hayward again missing. Raptors trail by 17. Left side, DeRozan. Misses from short range.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. That bucket in no time at all. DeRozan's got 4 points this quarter. Boston leads by 15. And here is Webb. He kicks it to Horford.
Shit.
A putback.
Oh, man.
The Raptors have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. 2 of 8.
Wow, he's really been dragging it down.
The Celtics shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54.
Oh, come on. It's not even that difficult to play.
The best shooters during the postseason. Number 1, Marcus Morris. Some changes for Boston. Aaron Baines comes in for Allen. And it's Brown in for Clark. No, Garrett is checked in.
The bar.
Norman Powell comes in for C.J. Myers. DeRozan passes to Lowry. Toronto calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing you have to talk about is rotation. A lot of communication out there.
BAR, badass rifle.
On defense, the Celtics. Now here's Powell. There's the screen. He feeds it to Lowry. And again, no good by Toronto.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be.
The Mauser's a Chinese gun, ain't it?
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to
Oh, yeah, no, it is German. You're right, it is German.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka.
I was thinking of fucking Metal Gear 3, Ava being representing the Chinese and her having the gun. For some reason, I thought she was talking about the Chinese made it, but I think she was talking about the Chinese just like modified it or something. But yeah, it's a German gun.
6 points for Kyle Lowry.
I mean, it's called a Mauser. Oh, fuck, bad turnover.
he is with the three ball or attacking at the rim. He still has that mid-range to fall back on. But he doesn't look like himself right now.
Webb can't
Wow.
hit. Raptors trail by 15. And there's the foul on Jalen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yep.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
It is possible.
Aston O'Gira.
Really like the hustle the force. He does a terrific job crowding the shoot.
Left side Lowry.
Left side Lowry. Almost sounded like it was his nickname. Left side Lowry.
DeRozan with the drive. And they double up DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Lowry for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Lowry's got 9 points.
Against Webb, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah,
36 kills.
Ibaka with the screen on Morris. Out to the right wing. From 12 feet out. Webb pulls it in. DJ's got rebound number 12 now.
Oh! Flashy pass and he misses it. Come on, Shammy. You're a shame. Your game is a shame. Oh, DeRozan. Ugh. Like from the Ninja Turtles? So it's orange or is it red? Damn, because Raphael is my shit. Fuck, dude. Man. Fucking couple of turnovers in this quarter. It's fucking ignorant. Give me the goddamn ball.
He's looking to get all the way to the cup. Sets a screen. And they double up DeRozan.
Yeah, that's lame.
Now here's Nogueira. He's covered closely. Over Tatum. That one's not going to go.
But if he likes the Ninja Turtles, he's got to be a little bit cool.
Dishes to DJ. The 19-foot shot. Shot no good. A bit short. Raptors trail by 12.
That'll get someone in trouble. Man.
Second half. Smart kicks to DJ.
Wow.
Great aggressiveness, technical, reckless advantages. Celtics leading by 10. Brown outside. Feeds it to DJ. They set the pick. Down low. Dishes to Tatum. Kicks to Webb. Shots good. Brown making the push. Brown smiles 4 assists on the night. DJ is fearless from downtown. He's got space to shoot. He drives it every time. Right the pass to DeRozan.
Yeah. Aldo really, really wanted it. But I have a feeling it's going to be the exact same fight.
Powerful two-hand jam. The kick out to Brown. A chip in on the offensive rebound.
I wouldn't mind seeing Aldo beat him.
Got his first points of the night. Man, that's a pure hustle play. Getting to the
I don't really want him to win. I mean, I like them both. Probably like Holloway a little bit more at this point, but I mean, I wouldn't, it wouldn't bother me if Aldo beat him. I'd like to see Aldo have a little bit of success before he retires.
There's the three. Raptors with a fresh shot clock. Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. They set the pick. Here's DeRozan. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah.
14 points now.
Yeah, he is a douche.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation. You gotta really
Well, that was a beautiful play, if I do say so myself.
and he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Tatum. Raptors trail by 14. DeRozan kicks the foul.
I only got a couple views. Poirier, something happened to Pettis' rib. I think it popped out or something. But I mean, Pettis might as well retire anyway. Like, I don't know, they both got busted up pretty bad. I only watched, like, I don't know, I think it was halfway through the second round when my stream cut out and it wouldn't work anymore, so I didn't see the rest of it. But, uh, yeah, I don't know. I ended up watching the finish, and yeah, it was like Poirier got Mount in a weird position, and Pettis started tapping. Nobody really knew what was going on, but had something to do with his rib. But I mean, Pettis is, I don't know, dude. I'm starting to wonder if Pettis was on Peds before or something. Because he's like, I don't know. To me, if he's struggling to beat a guy like Poirier now, he's not half the fighter he used to be. It's time for him to fucking. I used to really like him, but then when I can't remember well, RDA beat his ass. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit, he ain't, he's not quite what I thought he was. And then I can't remember, I think it was the Alvarez fight after that where it was like, yeah, I'm not really surprised by that, but it's disappointing. And then he had that fight with Charles Oliveira where he won, but he looked like, in my eyes, he looked like complete shit. And I was just, I don't know. But I just thought that going back to 155, I don't know. I gave him one last chance, but he's done really. He's pretty much finished. His career's over. His younger brother has more upside than he does at this point. Sergio. I mean, he's gonna get beat by Cejudo and he'll get beat by Mighty Mouse. He's fighting Cejudo next. It would be crazy, but I don't think there's any way in hell he does it. I don't think he. But obviously, I've been wrong many times. He's Yeah, he's probably a better striker, but I'll say that Cejudo's striking has looked nasty in his last couple of fights. The first fight I noticed his striking had improved a lot was the Benavidez fight. If you remember the Benavidez fight, he was fucking Benavidez up on the feet, and I wanted Benavidez to win a little bit. I liked them both, but I guess I was leaning towards Benavidez and picked him, so I guess I wanted him to win because of that. But if I'm being completely honest, uh, Henry Cejudo probably should have won that decision. And yeah, um, who? I don't know if he's still with him or not. I don't think he's really split with him, but I've heard that he might be doing most of his training with other people now. But I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really looked into it. Yeah. But what was it? So Cejudo's striking looked really good against Benavidez, and Benavidez is really good. So I knew that his striking improved a lot. But then he fought. Who was it? Uh, Wilson Hayes, right? It was Wilson Hayes he fought in his last fight. Dude, I don't know if you saw that or not. Did you see it? Dude, he beat the fuck out of him on the feet. Beat the living shit out of him. Yeah, I think he's still got a little ways to go, but I think he's close to his ceiling now. I don't think he's going to get too much better than he is. I think he'll still make improvements, but I think he's pretty close now. Because MMA is getting to a point where I feel like guys have a short window now. It's like you got 5 or 6 years. If you don't make something big happen in 5 or 6 years, then the rest of your career is probably not going to be as good as that first 5 or 6 years. It seems like, I don't know. Seems like that's how it is for most guys, but dude, did you see the Matt Brown Diego Sanchez finish? Dude, it was fucking ugly. Dude, he fucking literally, he caught Diego's kick and he's just holding on to his leg. And eventually he gets close enough to where he just pulls him towards him and elbows him one time, knocks him out. It was fucking brutal. And he just crumbled. It was bad. I mean, it was awesome. I think Matt Brown said that he's fully retiring unless they want to give him a title shot. So I think that means he's retired. Yeah. Yeah, they had this whole thing set up as his retirement fight. He was planning on retiring and everything, and afterwards they asked him, I believe they asked him if he planned on fighting again now that it was over with, and he said only if it's a title shot. If I don't get a title shot, then no, I won't be back. Title shot or nothing, something like that. But I just read that, so I'm not positive of how true that is, but I'm sure it's true. Dude, I read this thing. Dan, the Hangman Hooker, replied to a Facebook post, and he was being kind of a cunt about something. And I replied and kind of talked a little bit of shit to him. But, yeah, he probably won't see it, I don't imagine. I don't even, like, dislike the guy or anything. I just wanted to fuck with him a little bit. He was being kind of a diva. It was an article about that fucking guy that Arlovsky fought, that Junior Albini, and it was about his fucking diaper-looking trunks. Dan Hooker replied. And said something like, "This article is exactly what's wrong with MMA today." And I replied and I said something like, "Well, just a random article on the internet is what's wrong with MMA today. Overreact much?" Something like that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's kind of it's a stupid article, but how is that what's wrong with MMA today? There's a fuck of a lot worse wrong with MMA today than that, like people not defending their belts and fucking weird matchups happening when they shouldn't and stuff like that. He's talking about a random article from MMA Junkie. Oh shit. I'll level up a shitload. Cause I feel like busting loose and I feel like touching you. It's getting hot in here. Yeah, what the fuck? Never. Damn. Yeah, I haven't played that game in a while now. Hold up. Oh, come on! Dude, there's just under 5 minutes left in the game, and it's a 5-point game. Jesus. We've been up pretty good the whole game, and now we're fucking it up. I wasn't paying any attention. I got 4 fucking turnovers. Time to take over this game. There's no Kyrie. I'm the one that's got to do this shit. Haven't missed a free throw all night yet. Oof. Got 40 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists. Up by 7. 4.5 minutes. Up by 5. Kyle Lowry. I can't guard all 5. Marcus Morris, he's cold, but he's gonna. Ah, he missed. He is cold. Gotta get him not cold. There. Back up to 7. I don't want to be shooting a ton of free throws at the end of this game, so let's get a lead here, guys. Oh, that was a horrible pass, but he did not steal it. He should have easily stole that. Compared to some of the fucking passes they steal in this game, that one actually should have happened. I'll even admit that. I do not like playing zone. Wow, he had a wide open dunk, but he made it anyway. 15 assists. 42, 15, and 15. I know. I think the most I've had was like 28 or something. But I'm going to have to get 31 or 32 sometime to break the record. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely a point guard, 100%. I shouldn't have bothered trying to be a shooting guard to accommodate my buddies. I'm just a fucking point guard. That's what I am. There's another assist. But I get rebounds like a motherfucker too, so. Damn. Up by 11 now with 2 minutes to go, so we're looking a little better here. Keep attacking. MVP chance. Boy, those MVP chance almost fucked me up. Puts a lot of pressure on a person. I just went from 0 viewers to 3 viewers. So I'm gonna have some fucking views on this one. Just because that game's on today. That's part of the reason I wanted to start it up. I was like, I'll get some views if I do it right now. Oh! The big jam. What are you guys doing? Turn the fucking ball over. Back over here. Oh god. That was not. I should have looked for the shot, I guess. They took way too long. DeRozan is a monster. And what kind of a name is DeRozan, by the way? That's a unique one. That's the only time you'll probably ever hear DeRozan. Oh, Jesus. You know better than to not take on pass. Oh, should be able to dunk that shit. Shammy, that's in. 17 assists, 18 rebounds, 46 points. I'll take it. And that's me just playing normal like a normal person. Wow, man, he makes everything. And that wasn't even good shot contest. I was right in his fucking face. Couldn't have been closer. Game 1 goes to me. Fourteen of 14 from the foul line. See, I averaged like, I'd say I average between 15 and 20,000 experience points per game. And he's averaging between like 80 and 100 playing his way. Dude, you should see the crowd freaking out. They look fucking hilarious right now. Like they look like they just look crazy, insane. Like psychos. Like I wouldn't want to be surrounded by those people. Nice. Oh yeah, you'll hit 55. Yeah. I'm feeling Assassin's Creed coming on real soon. It's cold as fuck here. Oh shit. Oh, come on, 90. I hit fucking 90. Well, that wasn't a good start. Boom, boom, boom. Smacked him in his face with an eraser. Chased him with a stapler. I scored 40 in the finals, but I can't please LeBron. It fits. It really does. How'd you do? How'd you do that? Right, right, yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, realistic. You know, at least it's not like some weird glitchy shit. Holy shit, why am I getting so much fucking VC? I'll take it. Dude, I just got over 10,000 VC when I just came and took my check from this dude. That's a fucking chunk. I'll take that. It's the biggest chunk I've seen yet. How you doing? Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, restaurants aren't I don't know. They're not always great ideas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Little Caesars. I've got one of those here now and a bunch of cheesy bread. I scored 40 in the finals. Now it's gonna be stuck in my head. Yeah. Yeah. What? Are you doing the dishes for money or should I do it? Huh? You're going home? One like all you guys? Where are you guys going?
Yeah, we have a whole list of stuff we can, like, if you see them, this is me.
Alright, actually, I'll do the dishes while you guys are gone. Are you guys gonna eat out there, you know? Well, maybe not.
Okay, so Gary does this weird. So almost every night I reply him from her.
I don't think so. Maybe when I was a kid. Yes. Hey, kitty. Hey, kitty, what are you doing? You're getting better at sitting in your spot instead of sitting in mine. Just lose it. Here, little kitties, on my lap. Guess who's back with a brand new rap? Can you shoot through some walls and shit? Full metal jacket. Yep, from now on, I'm going to only do the free throw challenge in practice until I get my free throw maxed out. Because why not? I got this fucking release down. I can do a one-handed fucking... What do you have for a backup weapon for when you get close? Oh, damn. That's my gun. My buddy does. Looks just like the one fucking Big Boss uses. I shot it. She's a real human stopper. Alright, now the question is, to play another game of my career, or to switch over to some ancient Egypt? Yep. Oh, I think... 88.3%. I don't... One more game will not do it, I don't think. Let's try anyway.
Two of the NBA playoffs, the intensity just kicked up a notch for game two. Welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Toronto Raptors playing against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, they took care of business in game one, protecting their home court. Tonight, a chance to extend their lead and assert their dominance in this series. They won the series opener. Chance here to hold serve, go up 2-zip. Shaq was the key for them to take care of business. Well, you can't get complacent, and the effort has to be even greater this time around. Stop this one.
Oh, I gotta see this. What's up, Moon Cloud? Gamer House Pro. If you're still here, I don't know who's here and who isn't.
Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semi. The Raptors, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against the Celtics. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs.
Good luck with that one.
Coming right up.
Probably their best one-on-one defender. But schematically, how Brad Stevens has them in different positions on the court, kind of like San Antonio. It's hard to beat them. From an offensive perspective.
Yep.
I love the way they play. They have a really good mix of youthfulness, with Tatum and Brown and those guys, but also Marcus Morris is going to play a big role. You saw Aaron Baines, what he was able to do, 21 and 8 last night. But it's just the mindset to me of how they play. They embody what Brad Stevens wants you to do, which is, first of all, you're going to have fun. Yeah. We're going to play hard, right? You're going to share the basketball, and you're going to be excellent teammates. And when you do that, you have a chance to win. Now, it's still a long season, but I do see these early games as very important to continue to build towards something special. Unlike you see the struggles with OKC and Cleveland, you say they can kind of go and say at times they can get over it. These are very important games at the beginning of the season for this Boston Celtics team to put themselves in position for the playoffs.
You starting to worry? Starting to sweat?
No. But moving forward, but Kyrie's gonna have to play better. He's shooting the lowest field goal percentage since LeBron came back to Cleveland. He's 8% down from 3-point line. So he's gonna have to pick that up, Skip. He can't shoot the way he's shooting the ball because these games they're gonna get a little tougher.
God damn it, DeRozan. Stupid fucking radio.
Come on.
Did you see him close at Oklahoma City the other night? Okay. When it's time to close, when it's time to make those shots, they seem to go in.
I saw LeBron do that dream shake on Giannis. You saw that, Skip? I saw him hit 57. I saw him hit 57 on the road.
He did. Yeah.
In regulation. Kyrie needed overtime. We ain't worried about no record.
Oh, wait. I have to hear for a whole topic about Dak Prescott.
We ain't worried about no record.
How about the W's and the L's? What do you serve at your restaurant?
I'm close.
Really?
You know the difference, though? LeBron made it so much easier at times for Kyrie. Who's going to be able to do that later in the stretches? Again, you're talking about the 7-game series. Okay, seven-game series. Who can kind of get Kyrie? And I think that's the question you're talking about. Some easy opportunities where he doesn't have to work so hard.
You know what? The answer to that is nobody.
Yeah.
Because he wanted this opportunity
Yeah.
to say, I'll show you I can run the whole show.
Yeah.
And he, so far, so great.
Yes.
Just running the show, making sure when it's time for him to score, he scores. But there's no Gordon Hayward, obviously.
Right.
Okay? So maybe that guy would help him get some easier opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
But I doubt it because he is now a true point guard because he split that with LeBron. In fact, I thought he was more Kyrie was the 2 guard.
2 guard, yeah,
right?
with LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Kyrie
Kyrie also said he got looked upon as a guy that just was isolation. He didn't want to be viewed as that, as a guy that just went ISO all the time. Now, in Boston, a lot of times the ball gets swung, and then he can go. Right. That's a big difference in coming down, spreading the floor, where the defense is set, you're going one-on-one. So I do think that'll help him a lot more in stretches when they play some of the tougher teams in a playoff situation where now he's able to catch the ball on the swing when guys are penetrating. But again, he's still missing that one person with him. Will it be Tatum? Later on, he's still young. Jaylen Brown, we don't know. And that's what makes them so good defensively. Is they got a lot of young, athletic guys. The Jaylen Brown, the Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, all the Roziers, all these guys can rotate multiple times and never miss a beat.
The difference
switch
yes.
multiple times and it's all the same.
Yeah. That's the difference between them and Cleveland right now. Cleveland, them old legs, we can make one rotation, and we can switch one.
The second time, we might not get there in time.
Hey, you swing the ball, I got you. But guess what? When they swing it one more time, the guy's wide open for a 3. Yeah. And there, a lot what you're seeing a lot of times too, the big guys posting in the middle, they throwing the ball, and then he finds the guy cutting to the backcourt. He finds a guy wide open on the wing. Give the Celtics a lot of credit. They're playing extremely well. Started 0-2, 10 straight ball games. They haven't done this in a very, very, very long. They hadn't won 10 straight games in a very, very. Even with the great Celtics of the 80s, they didn't win 10 straight. So with that being said, Skip, Kyrie, he earned the right. He wanted to be the captain of his own ship. He had earned that right. I had no problem with it.
Well, most people did.
No. I don't begrudge.
But people can't understand this. Some guys are just not built to be number 2.
Right. I don't care what
Oh,
it is.
that's
Like
the
Kobe
fucking.
is an alpha,
That's Skip and
man.
Shannon.
He's not going to be comfortable being number 2. Right?
It
Kyrie
auto
is in that
played. I probably
situation
wouldn't be
as much as
listening
he
to Skip
loved
and Shannon
LeBron in the situation at
otherwise.
the time. He knew deep down inside, intrinsically, he couldn't just deal with being the second.
No, he's got like a fade, I think.
I mean, some guys just feel like that.
Deal with all the drama.
I mean,
there's drama every night.
You know the white dude Skip Bayless and fucking that talks all kinds of shit.
I'm gonna worry about the championship. Let me get these things with old captain. Old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar throwing them sky hook. Hey, what you need, Cap? You need 10. You need 20 touches on that.
Let's see what we got here. Actually, I can just leave this off for now.
Every shot Larry takes is contested, but he doesn't let it bother him. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's TJ.
Oh, I should have thrown that one down. Should have just dunked that one instead of laid it in. Could be. Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. Holy baka. I love the team the Raptors has. They got a pretty good fucking team. Oh, that was a fucking nice layup. DeRozan, Jesus. He's easily the hardest matchup for me to defend in the whole league. DeMar DeRozan. I struggle with him every fucking time. Good D. Marcin Tybura. He came in and knocked somebody out with a head kick in one of his first couple of fights, and then he beat Arlovsky in a decision after that. Yeah, I would love to see that, but it's not gonna happen. Verdun will take it. Yeah, I mean, no, I absolutely hope it happens, but it's kind of like the Walt Harris fight that Verdun just had. It doesn't Yeah, Mark Hunt versus this guy make a little bit more sense. But just because the guy's, but I don't know. I mean, if he does, fuck, I'll be happy as fuck. Oh, I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. Someone I really don't like. The first name that comes to mind isn't the person that I would pick. But the first person that comes to mind is Cody Garbrandt. But I don't think that would be my pick. I think I would pick somebody else. Have to be someone who really fucking annoys me. Yep. Yep. Shit. My bad, Terry. Oh yeah. There'll always be some dumb fucks. Cody's definitely the first one that comes to mind. I'm trying to think of someone more than him that I would want to see, and I'm struggling to do it at the moment. But I am half focused on this game. Yeah, and he just, I don't know, just a douchebag. I'm having a hard time thinking of somebody other than like someone more than Cody Garbrandt. But I'm half focused on this game. Shit. Damn. Still a game. I'm not blowing them out of the water yet. Hard-headed and hot-headed, bull-headed and pig-headed, dick-headed, a prick, a big-headed, I'm sick. Quick with it for every lyric, spit it. Oh, Horford, baby. Oh, you motherfuckers. This should have been in. Oh, Gordon Hayward. When you come back, our team's going to be so good. We still got so many draft picks. We're still in such a good position. Next year, we're going to be better than we are this year, and we're fucking great this year. There it is. On fire. Oh, that was bad. Should have passed it to Tatum. About what? Really? I didn't know that. You're always gonna. There's always gonna be that guy. That's fuck. That's one of the things I would love most about playing that game, though, is just like, you know, learning whatever I can that I didn't already know, or at least it helps you realize things about it that you, even if you've watched documentaries and read about it, playing a video game and running around and shit, it helps you fucking, just helps you understand it a little better, in my opinion. It's one of the things I like about Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's one of the reasons I like Assassin's Creed 2, Ancient Egypt, fucking, whether it's accurate or not, it just fucking, I like it. And it's supposed to be accurate. I mean, I assume it is. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, because they'll take characters like people that really existed, like Cleopatra, Julius Caesar, people like that, and then, you know, put them in the game and have them involved in stories. So they have to make sure people know that, well, we're not claiming that this stuff really happened. It's just part of the game, you know. But right, yeah. Yeah, no. There's no transparency or shit like that. More than half. Most of it. The vast majority of it. Jeez. I hesitated big time. Nobody came and guarded me, so it's like, fuck it, I'm popping it, and it was a perfect release. I'm so hesitant to shoot threes, because fucking almost none of them go in. Seems like. Uh-oh. Good day.
Celtics leading by 15. Dish now to Hayward.
What's his name?
Hayward catches defenders off guard. He can certainly throw it down. They need a good offensive possession. Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Hitler's a very
Kicks to Ibaka. Dishes to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Ibaka sets the pick for Miles. Over Morris.
Oh, I didn't even know what that meant, that part.
Boston's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Hayward kicks to DJ. Kick by Horford. Goes up off the pick.
Oh! Dunk on 2 or more opponents. Done. Boom. That was epic.
Raptors trail by 19. And the Raptors call
Yeah. Yeah, I'd feel the same way. Dude, I don't think Assassin's Creed Origins has multiplayer at all, which surprises me because I'm pretty sure that they've always had multiplayer. They have for a while now. But I'm fine with it because the fucking you don't really need multiplayer with a game like that. The depth is fucking I don't know. Yeah, I figure it would be. Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
either way, turnover. Celtics leading by 19. Webb with it.
Oh! Almost missed that dunk.
Aggressive move by DJ. Once he sees the opening, you know he's in. Toronto's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking a 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Screen by Ibaka. Miles with it. Now defended by Hayward. And Miles kicks to Ibaka. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. Over Horford. Valanciunas.
Damn.
Good. Valanciunas has got his first points of the night.
Good shot.
As they look from the mid-range, he is very comfortable taking it. Celtics shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Out to Hayward.
I didn't even realize how bad they were fucking these guys up in this game.
Horford no luck. Raptors trail by 19. A floater. Here's Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Horford.
Jeez, we're whooping some ass now.
Here's Rozier. Now recovering.
Oh, Surge says right back at you. You need to pass that ball out, man.
Blessed with insane length and leaping ability. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. He feeds it to Ibaka. Back to DeRozan. Valanciunas sets a screen for DeRozan.
On the cover of the Rolling Stone.
Valanciunas has got 4 this quarter. That's where Valanciunas is a handful inside and on the block. Rozier kicks to Morris. Here's TJ.
Another one.
Beautiful reverse jam right there. Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Outside Lowry.
Yeah.
Passes to DeRozan. Ibaka with the screen on Webb. Ibaka sets the pick for DeRozan. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot.
Nah, that would be the personality. I like your personality. You're a really good person, and like you care about things. And you're sensitive, and you're a really good listener. That's another one. You're a really good listener. Oh. Mm. 27, 7, and 7. 78%. Damn. Why was I supposed to be on him? That wasn't my guy, was it? Oh, shit. I should have kicked it out to Morris. Selfish prick. Damn. Okay. Gee, we're only up by 14 now. What the fuck just happened? If there's a mosquito on your Peter, what do? Whack it off. I can't believe Owen. I didn't think you'd really know that. Oh, I don't know. I haven't even heard him say it. I've just heard other people say it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard. I know Rodney Carrington, deer penis, and all that shit. I haven't heard. I didn't know that he. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that he was the one who came up with that. Oh, and Rodney, while you're shaving, shave my balls. Yeah. It used to be you and me, a paper towel and a dirty magazine. That's all we needed to get by. I don't know how I remember that much of it. Shit. Supposed to kick it to Horford. Is he? He pops that. P90X. That had to have been MMA game. And that has to be MMA game, and I feel like that's one of those idiot things he would say that explain why I don't really care for the guy. I don't know. I think it's a terrible idea. Terrible, terrible, terrible. The problem with it is exactly, and there's plenty of guys that don't want to take steroids, but if they don't take them and they're competing against tons of guys on them, then they're not going to be able to compete against them specifically because of that. So they basically would have to be on steroids to compete. They shouldn't have to deal with that either. Like the whole thing is just fucking. The whole thing is still unregulated as far as like you could go outside and pick up some dirt off the ground and put it in a jar and put it on a shelf and sell it in all those stores that sell steroids and stuff like that. Like it's not regulated at all. There's no fucking. It's just all. I don't know. It's all of it needs a closer look. Some places, yeah. Not like. I mean, you have to order most of your shit on the internet. But you can get stuff in stores that have steroids in them, whether they're supposed to have steroids in them or not. There's a lot of stuff that's not supposed to contain any steroids, and it does because it's contaminated. A lot of that shit. Because people who make these stuff, you know, mass produce this shit in labs and stuff. Oh, come on. You know, if they don't clean their machines off enough, then trace amounts of one drug's getting in another drug, and that's how a lot of these guys are testing positive. There's a lot of guys that test positive that didn't even do anything wrong, and that's part of the reason right there. Jesus Christ, why can't I take a post fade when I want to? Shit, I didn't realize I had a wide open three there. Up by 15. That's considered a post move. That's not a good shot contest, man. Damn. Probably the reason he missed was because I was there. Oh, that was right. Marijuana.
DeRozan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Wright.
Good rejection. Damn. 1 assist away from the triple double. Sweet.
55 seconds left here in the third quarter. Kicks to Miles. Feeds it to DeRozan.
Oh.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Outside DeRozan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. DeRozan's got 7 now in this quarter.
The versatility of DeMar DeRozan can finish with power or finesse in the painted area.
Lab against DeRozan.
Yeah, I've heard something like that. playing with somebody in Bangladesh. Oh.
Now let's take a listen. Our head coach, Dwayne Payson.
Say no more. I got it.
Okay, well, I admire number 11, Kyrie Irving, for saying, you know what? I don't care. I'm out. I'm sick and tired of all things LeBron, maybe being number 2, but also just all the diva drama. It's every night with LeBron. LeBron is fueled by it. Kyrie was not fueled by it. So, as Chris Broussard said, he's close to the family and the team. And Kyrie is the happiest by far he's ever been. Well, why wouldn't he be? Because he's in Boston. His father played for BU, Boston University, and he was in the stands last night. I also thought it was significant that ESPN asked the father last night if he would be interviewed. And that father, who was sitting in like the third row, said,
Who is it?
it's my kid's age, right? Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Who is it?
Oh, yeah.
Whose album?
Like Gloria. Gloria don't be talking in front of the camera. You'll see all the trying to steal broad shine.
You know what? That is true. Maybe she did a little. She didn't try to steal a
I don't
shine.
know if
She
I know who
talked
that
some
is.
early, but I think
Ron put the kibosh on that.
he put the big kibosh on that.
You like that big house mama? Yeah. Okay then.
Okay.
We'll talk.
Okay.
That's how we do that. You gotta do that. Okay, you gotta pull the power move.
I got to tell you, I believe LeBron James is starting to get a little nervous about what Kyrie is doing with that team in Boston. That young team and that young coach who we were talking about, Dax Arc. That coach is on an arc to become one of the top, if not the best coach in the league. He is really good at what he does.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.
Reward
How
the big man.
concerned should the Lakers be about Lonzo?
Well, I think the thing is, Joey, it's still early. I think the expectations for Alonzo Ball coming in were too high. I think so many people saw him as being the next Magic Johnson, and I was always thought he would be the next Jason Kidd, and that's not a slight. Jason Kidd is going to the Hall of Fame, I believe, next year.
Triple double.
So that's not a bad thing. The guy that finished his career as the number 2 assist man in the history of the NBA, he was an All-NBA player. He was All-Star on multiple occasions, all defensive team, so that's not a bad thing.
Oh.
The thing is, Skip, is that his shot isn't typical. So he's going to be more prone to poor shooting nights. He's not a volume shooter. He's not an efficient scorer. So in order for him to get his percentages up, he's going to have to be more selective in how he does score. You see, the thing is with Giannis, the Greek freak, is that he can shoot the ball well outside, but he can post you. He can get to the rack. And then he can get to the free throw line. Again, last night, no free throws for Lonzo Ball. LeVar, did you
All
see
the
this
time.
stat line? He led him in minutes. He led him in
I'm always
shots.
listening to the same shit over and over because I can't think
And
of
so he's going to
other
struggle,
shit.
Skip. I just believe this year he's going to struggle.
That's why I try to, every time I think of
of
something good, I try to put it on a playlist and then go back to it later on, but I always end up not going back to it.
Magic Johnson was an aberration. I think Magic shot over 50%.
Hold the ball too long. But I scored though.
So I said, okay, let him be Jason Kidd. Can he get to 40? Skip, he's on the 20, 30% right now. Can he get to 40? Can he get to 42, 43? And still be able to distribute the ball like we know he can do. If he can do that, Skip, I think he'll be fine. He's going to have his lumps. He's going to have his growing pains this year. I'm not overly concerned, but he's going to be prone to nights where he doesn't shoot the ball well because that shot is so unorthodox. So the consistency is not there, but I'm not overly concerned. But I don't expect him to be Magic Johnson.
Okay. So, I want everybody to remember he was facing the number 1 defense in the NBA last night, and it was locking up and locking down to start that game, especially in the first quarter. I want everybody to remember that he was being guarded by a player in Kyrie Irving, who is currently ranked 6th overall in defensive efficiency in the NBA. He's having a
Holy shit.
great defensive
How can people
year
talk shit?
in spite of his reputation. And I want everyone to remember that Lonzo just turned 20 years of age, and he got booed last night every time he touched the basketball by the Celtics crowd that didn't love it that he would not work out for the Celtics before the draft. And I want everybody to remember that Luke Walton said before the game that he considered not letting Lonzo play because his parents, as we all know, are over in China, where his younger brother now faces a shoplifting charge. So, given all that, I thought he played okay last night. It wasn't a great line, but 9 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and he did block 4 shots. That's pretty good. He blocked Kyrie big time one time. And the point is that I don't think he needs to change his shot. He shot it really well at UCLA.
He blocked Kyrie big time one time.
From 3. Obviously, the line's a little bit closer, but it's not the unorthodox shot that's troubling him. It's his father. I'm sorry. I'm putting it all on LeVar's doorstep because I'm going to say it again. No rookie in the history of any sport has had more pressure, expectation, and negativity placed on him. I know LeBron had huge expectation, but we were all, everybody's rooting for LeBron. Nobody was down on LeBron. Nobody hated LeBron. Everybody half the world hates the Balls just because of big baller brand.
Did Lonzo Ball not have a dad at UCLA when you said he shot the ball extremely well?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the problem now?
Okay, but the expectations went through the roof because nobody knew really who LeVar was until now, until going into this year.
But they knew who Lonzo was.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was just a highly ranked, highly profiled high school kid who came in and played great. And then all of a sudden he comes to the NBA, and LeVar, night after night, is saying he's going to torch that guy or that guy. He's putting it on the line where he's going to get even with John Wall or whoever it is. You can't keep doing that to this kid because he said it's in his head. I think he's crumbling under the pressure. He got off to a bad start because they get crushed by the Clippers. But after that, they haven't been blown out one time. And they got back in this game last night and had it. It was a 3-point game early in the fourth quarter. Oh, yeah, you beat me in the bet.
Damn,
but you know what? Even the bet, you realize that KCP had a 3-pointer to beat you with about 5 seconds left? Do you remember that?
So with your propel, you see what I got, kid? Black subway car.
Is it Propel going to go with your same?
Yeah, after being on my sub.
Oh, so you win the little bets, and I win all the ones that really
okay.
count. So you won 1 bottle of Propel?
Yeah.
And to go with that, I said I don't even want to take because it's a 9-point game.
To go with my sandwich, and I told you what was going to happen. Thank you, Morris twin.
Did you see that shot?
I
did. Can we see that shot real quick? Do we have that? We have the
I did
shot?
see it.
Can we see that? Here it is. This is the shot that won the bet right here. Tell me how lucky this shot is. Wait, it goes up and it bounces around. Oh, is that not a home court bounce?
Yes.
Is that not a leprechaun bounce? That won your bet. Are you proud of that? I wouldn't be very proud of that.
I'll take a bottle of Propel, Alex, for 100.
I would feel a little ashamed of that.
No, I don't feel ashamed.
And by the way, KCP's got a shot at the other end. It's a really wide open 3, and it just didn't fall.
Why would he want to take a 3? Skip you down by 11. So what? Is there a 11-point shot?
People watch Undisputed. He knew I was sitting right on air trigger. If it goes in, you lose.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. But you would accept the bet.
Well, that would have been a big time shot. That would have been a clutch shot. It was a lucky shot.
So hold on. Let me get this right.
How many times did that touch the rim? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So a 3-point, a meaningless 3-point shot because
it wasn't meaningless. It was for the whole. It was for a whole bottle of Propel, right?
In the grand scheme of things, it's meaningless. Yeah. But you wanted to beat me that bad, Skip?
I don't care. You said the bet. We're at the end of the show. You always try to throw something at the end of the show where I don't have time to respond. Like the last. Just watch today. He'll scream something at the end of the show. Some.
I won't do it.
You scream it out because you know I can't respond because we're out of time. We're literally going to call the show, right? So you throw out this bet, and I'm like, I don't want to bet on it because I don't want to root against Kyrie Irving. And we're going to talk about Kyrie Irving later.
I might get me a foot long with extra meat.
Fuck. No, I shouldn't have done that.
Now because the Celtics are going to eat
Can't make anything right now.
At the expense of your Cavaliers.
I'm not worried about this. You know what?
Oh my God, I'm getting tired of that pausing itself.
That game reminded me of last night because Kyrie again was 0 for 7 from the 3-point line. Kind of reminded me of Game 3.
Clearly lost down.
Joy, you know we were right there. He went 0 for 7 from 3-point line.
Did you see some of the Globetrotter shots? When the game got a little tight, he just said, I got this.
And I was on the phone with my homeboy last night up in that he in Houston right now. He said, I remember a performance like that. Happened like 6 months ago.
Who won the game?
Who
won?
Yeah. He said, I remember that.
bricking 3-point shots.
So back to Lonzo Ball. Here's what he's going to have to learn.
What?
At 6 feet 7 inches tall, trust me on this, he can get to the rim at will. Anytime he wants to, on any defender, he will be able to get to the rim. So they're pushing him to be more aggressive. I've been pushing him to be more aggressive. And last night, he was starting to take the ball to the basket. But what was happening at the rim? He goes a little too cool. He goes a little nonchalant. He's forgetting he's not at UCLA anymore. In this league, you have to finish with urgency and you have to finish strong because there are going to be hands
Damn,
above the
son.
rim.
Everybody will challenge you at
They
the rim.
will challenge you at the rim. And he's always just a little bit short because he flinches at the rim like, uh-oh, somebody's there. Ooh, I got to pull my punch. It's because you're a little too cool. Just go, man. You're going to have to let it go 1,000 miles an hour. The way you bring the ball up the court, you have to finish that way. And to your point, which is a great point, he does not get to the free throw line. The refs have no respect for him yet because you have to go earn your respect.
Absolutely.
So at some point, as he starts to mature, he just turned 20 years of age, you are going to have to turn your body into the contact and try to and one it the way we've seen, LeBron's the master of it. It's just how you play. This is big boy basketball, and he's not yet a man.
Well, you saw it.
LeBron's not the master of it, you fucking idiot. If anybody's the master of it, it's James Harden.
You can't let it happen.
You got to try to flush that
He
on.
consistently
You got to turn
drawing
into it
fouls.
and just draw the contact. Right. Get the hard body foul. I don't know. There's a way.
James Harden has beat everyone, like the second place person in the league, by a wide margin for several years now. It's not even debatable that, and LeBron James isn't the guy in number 2 either. So I'm pretty sure it's Kevin Durant.
Okay, but on that, I'm going to say keep shooting. They'll fall.
Or used to be. It might not be anymore now that he's on the Warriors.
He's shooting 25% on jump shots.
Okay, so that's 11 games out of 82 games. I'm not going to bet against it.
But here's the thing, Skip, and all shooters say this: we need to see
You
the ball
pass that out, man. You got all 5 guys in your face.
On your jump shots, what do you need to do? Get to the free throw line. You see the ball go in real easy, and then maybe you get a rhythm and catch 5.
I completely agree.
But if you just keep shooting and you're not trying to draw contact, you're not getting to the rim, the referees, especially for a rookie, the refs are not going to bail you out.
So, thanks to his father and thanks to their MO before the draft, he gets booed every time he touches the ball. You think that's a fun experience? You think that's pleasant for a 20-year-old?
They boo you because boo is the ultimate sign of respect.
Got it.
They boo us, Skip.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Because I be hammering you,
Oh, that's frustrating. I probably could have dunked all over him.
No, I'm the one who gets booed.
No, I get booed.
You never get booed. You're in the perfect.
Him up.
You're in the perfect position. Everybody's rooting for Shannon Sharp.
Like switching cunts.
They want him just to win one topic.
Everybody be at the gas station now. I was at that gas station yesterday. I just purchased for Nicole. Man, they hollered out the window, Uncle Shay, you bust him up again today. I said, yes, I did. Hollered out the window.
Yeah. It's always by your view of it. Like,
I just tell you what to yell.
You holler first out the window.
No,
I bust him up again, and they'll go.
No, I'm pumping gas. Oh, you got him again. You bust him up good today. I was like, I appreciate it. Got him
Get
again.
out of here with this shit. 5 fouls, damn.
It's okay.
That's all right. I appreciate that for Pale. Give me a big old sandwich. Yo, would you like a extra meat sub?
I get the thin bread.
Okay, well, that plain bread.
Whoever saw like what?
Just for the record, I didn't give you the black card.
No, Subway gave it to me.
No.
You want one?
No, I don't.
Can't say I have.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on
God
FS1,
damn.
First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.
Let me make a fucking shot. Jesus Christ. How easy of a shot do I gotta get?
So, Mike, how surprised are you that RG3 is out of the league?
Well, the one thing I'd like to say is that when you take a look at RG's career, what Robert has really done is, his rookie year, he was, off the charts. Every type of record he broke in Washington. That year was better than any Super Bowl years they had. You take a look at his turnover ratio, touchdown, interception, his running average, everything that you look for. In my opinion, at the end of the season, he wanted to be a drop back quarterback. He took it as a
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Oh, I
am for real.
Next year, you could see him kind of go down a little
Next,
bit. Not the same
please.
stats, but when I got fired out of
Welcome back, you guys. And after losing their first two games without Gordon Hayward, the Boston Celtics have won 9 games in a row with not only the best record in the East, but the best record overall through the first 11 games. They have 7 different players averaging at least 9 points per game, and as of today, they're ranked number 1 in defensive rating.
Fuck?
I have
Oh, I just
enjoyed
got
watching the
fouled out.
Celtics so far in these first
Oh.
early weeks of the season. Now I want to talk about Kyrie Irving's
Well, I had
impact
53
and the
points,
Boston
17
Celtics'
rebounds, 14
present
assists,
and
and
their
we're
future.
up
Let me
by
know your thoughts
13
on
with under a
Kyrie
minute
and the
to go, so I
Celtics in
think
the
we're
comment
alright.
box, and let's get right into it.
But they're calling so
It's
many
really
fouls on
impressive what
such
the Celtics
horseshit.
are doing right now through the first
Alright,
11
I'm fine with
games.
that. Take me
This
out.
team
I
lost
want
their
the game to be
all-star
over.
forward for the rest of the season in the first quarter of the first game, have an almost completely different roster from last season. They are relying on first, second, and third-year players to play big rotation minutes and have the best record in the league. If you were talking to an NBA fan that was put into a coma right after the end of the 2017 finals, and they woke up today and you showed them nothing but the basic per game numbers from Kyrie's last year with Cleveland and compared them to his first 11 games at Boston, that guy might say, oh, he's now playing too much better than last year. His points per game is lower than last year. So is his field goal percentage and his three-point percentage. But Kyrie's box score numbers just don't tell the full story. Watching how fast Kyrie has adjusted to playing within a motion-based system makes me understand why he wanted out of Cleveland. Kyrie has been hungry for a situation like this where he could be a cog in a ball-movement heavy offense. In crunch time, the Celtics will rely on Kyrie to do some stuff in isolation, but overall, he has not been nearly as ball dominant as he was before, and he is sharing the ball more than ever. If you remember back in 2014 and a little bit in 2015 under David Blatt, Kyrie did show that he is willing to play in a motion-based system and get the ball moving all over the court. He did show that a little bit. Now let's talk about the other side of the floor, which has been one of Kyrie's biggest knocks as a player. His defensive effort and defensive stats have gotten so much better from when he was in Cleveland. Not only is he 3rd in steals per game, Kyrie is 5th in the league in deflections per game. 5th. This is from NBA.com's advanced stats page. He's deflected the ball more than Robert Covington, who finished 4th in Defensive Player of the Year voting last year, Jimmy Butler, and 2017's Defensive Player of the Year.
Damn, that fucking prosciutto pizza was amazing.
Quote, but it goes something like defense is 80% effort and
I want
20%
another
your
one.
physical tools. Kyrie is putting in that effort and using his fast hands to make deflections and get steals. Again, it's only through 11 games, and who knows where he'll rank in those stats. But as of today, he's playing pretty good defense. And for someone that was looked at as a defensive liability in his years on Cleveland, it's impressive to see this quick of a jump. The Celtics are ranked the number 1 defense, and Kyrie has played a role in them having the best defense. We still need to see more games of this type of effort, but what he has done so far is a good sign. Check this quote from former Cavs GM David Griffin back in April 2017 about Kyrie's defense. Griffin said, there's days where he's highly motivated to do it. You realize he's special. His hands are lightning quick. His feet are lightning quick. When he wants to, he can do whatever he wants. And that is exactly what is happening. He is highly motivated on defense and quieting that defensive liability talk. Now, we talked about Kyrie a bit, but let's talk about the Celtics as a whole and Danny Ainge. The Celtics have one of the youngest teams in the league. Once Hayward went down, I thought they'd go through some growing pains, but the main rotation players are doing well. What Danny Ainge has done to complete this roster has been impressive. He has been close to perfect at being an NBA executive. He traded away their best perimeter defender, Avery Bradley. He also traded away Jay Crowder. You think that the Celtics might struggle a bit on defense with a new team and some young players, but that is not the case. Not only are the Celtics better defensively this year than they were last year through these 11 games, but they are also ranked the number 1 defense in the entire league. Number 1 in basketball with basically a brand new roster. Only 4 of the players from last year's team are playing for the Celtics. This is what has helped drive their 9-game winning streak. Everyone is locked in and putting in the effort to get those stops.
You have to give credit to the players and Brad Stevens for having the players prepared. It is still way too early to talk about who will be better between Markelle Fultz and Jason Tatum. I believe Fultz will be a good player in this league, but the way Boston's roster is now set up, Jason Tatum was the right choice, and Tatum has made Ainge and Boston's front office look really smart. Tatum is a really poised scorer for his age. I read this stat last night. Tatum now has 157 points in his first 11 games. That is the second most for a Celtics rookie since Paul Pierce. We still need to see some more from him. He's shooting 50% at the three-point line. That is probably not sustainable, but his first 11 games are something to get excited about. Their first-round pick from 2016,
Never thought I'd meet a girl like you.
He's not at the top of the list for most improved player candidates. I
Flock of
haven't thought about
seagulls.
it too deeply, but I'd say he's
Well,
in
that's
the
a good
top
tune.
5 or 6 players in the running for the award right now. He's a guy who seems to always give maximum effort, and he does not play scared. Ainge has also made some pretty bold roster changes when he traded away Isaiah Thomas. That definitely had to be a tough decision. All of these decisions Ainge has made in the past few years.
Damn it, dude. I'm gonna have to play one more game to fill that bar.
Just being ahead of the game. He
Son of
traded
a
away
whore.
franchise legends Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett before it fell apart and got a bag of first-round picks for it. He was able to secure a prodigy coach. He stole Isaiah Thomas from Phoenix and Jay Crowder from Dallas, two guys that helped them get to the playoffs the last 2 years. He signed Al Horford to a max contract, and Al has gotten a lot of heat for his rebounding, but he has improved that so far. His defense and passing has had a huge impact on Boston's success. Horford isn't a Rudy Gobert type of shot blocker, but he is always bothering shots at the rim. And on the other side of the floor, Horford's three-point shooting opens up so much for the 4 other players on the court. Right now, you cannot leave him open. He can knock down threes. I think he's shooting close to 50% at the three-point line. Ainge made the right decision signing him to the max. And what about Boston's second-round pick, Semi Ojeleye? He's looking like a second-round steal. He has range, size, athleticism, and potential to be a really good 3-and-D player in the future. And I haven't even mentioned Aaron Baines, Marcus Smart, and Terry Rozier, who are all playing big roles off the bench. They just got Marcus Morris back from injury. He'll be a big contributor. It's just unfortunate that Hayward went down because the wing depth and the ability to switch on defense would be even more effective than it already is. Now back to Kyrie. So much of how you're viewed as a player in the league is based on what situation you're placed in, and I think some fans, including myself a bit, did not view Kyrie correctly the last 2 to 3 seasons. He has quieted a lot of the criticism he has gotten as a player. Everything people said he can't do, he is doing, and this is without Hayward. Again, the stats do not completely show how well Kyrie has been playing. He's getting everybody involved in the offense. He's playing solid defense, setting screens off the ball. His basketball IQ and skill set is being maximized next to a great coach. And you got to remember, this guy is only 25 years old. We might have another level of development from Kyrie we have not seen. We have seen throughout the history of the league, when you combine high-level coaching with a high-level player, special things can happen. It's got to be exciting to be a Celtics fan right now. They probably have the best future on paper out of any team in the Eastern Conference right now. Next year, Boston is going to have an improved Jason Tatum, another year of improvement from Jaylen Brown. Gordon Hayward will be back. They have the Lakers' first-round pick in 2018.
Oh
the
my
struggles
God.
they will have later in the season.
We have the number 1 pick next year. Holy fuck.
More time to gel together with the young players. This team is just fun. The Celtics have the depth and the personnel to go head-to-head with any team in the East. We'll have a better idea of what type of team they can be in the playoffs by around February and March. It will give us more of a sample size. If you made it to this point of the video, shout out to you. I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on Boston's 9-game winning streak. It's been fun to watch, and I'm going to do more type of these videos later over the season. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, I do have my Twitter in the description. I do tweet during the games when they're on at night. My next video is probably going to be on the Unicorn, so I'll see you guys then.
We are back now with an NBC News exclusive. Matt, you talked to NBA star Gordon Hayward, who suffered that devastating injury on the court.
Yeah, I talked to him yesterday. He's a really nice young man. We should warn people who've yet to see this. It is very, very hard to watch. Hayward was making his debut as a Boston Celtic. It was the first game of the year when he took a nasty fall and just suffered a gruesome injury, a badly broken and dislocated ankle.
He's the guy that probably hit the biggest shot in Canada's history. Goodness, Hayward came down so hard. Hayward broke his leg. Hayward has broken his leg.
Now, in his first interview since then, he opens up about what happened, the impact it's had on his family, and his inspiring push to come back stronger than ever. Gordon, how are you feeling?
I feel a little better today than I did yesterday. And that's kind of like my mindset right now, just trying to work through each day, trying to set little mini goals, you know, and trying to get on with it.
That's physically, I think you're referring to. Talk to me about emotionally, because this is not your typical injury.
Right. I mean, emotionally, it's hard on me. I love to play the game of basketball, and so to sit there and not be able to play, it's kind of frustrating.
Is there a certain mental trauma that you think is involved in this injury as well, just because of what you saw and what you felt?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think I remember looking at it, and it just, you know, it just doesn't look normal and didn't look right at all. That'll definitely be with me for forever, to see it, like, look down and see my foot like the wrong way. And so that's, you know, something that I try not to think about. And my foot's facing the right way now, and so
You look down and say that looks a whole lot
I
better.
still double check sometimes.
All right, away we go.
So let's go back to the night, the first game of the season. It's the season opener. You're brand new Celtics.
I'm gonna have to play another game of my career
Big deal in Cleveland, playing LeBron and the
before I
Cavs.
switch to Assassin's Creed.
5 minutes
Can't help it.
into the season. What do you remember about the play?
I got to max this fire out.
Oh, my goodness. Hayward came down so hard.
I remember, you know, having a step on my defender, and he was kind of behind me, under me a little bit, and then LeBron kind of came over at the last second, and so there's just, you know, there's three people up there
Anymore.
trying to get the ball. There's a sense in the air, like, where you feel like you're
When did
up
anyone
against
ever
it,
want to
really
be a
going
nigger?
hard. I've been feeling before, and for the most part, I was able to kind of adjust, but in this instance, my foot was caught, and there was nothing I could do. And then all of a sudden it hit me, and it was like immense pain coming through. It felt like forever before the doctors and the trainers ran over, because it just felt like for a moment there, I'm just looking at it, and it's just like, you know, that's when I grabbed my head, like, oh no, this is not good. And then when they finally popped it back into place, it hurt. And when they were carting me out, that's when it hit me emotionally. Like,
They popped
I
it
had
back
this wave
into
of
place.
emotion, like, am I done? Like, is this
What?
my career? Is this over?
Have you seen the video?
I've seen it, yeah.
Have you seen the shots of the people in the crowd?
Yeah, I've seen some of them, like how it, you know, everyone just like cringes a little bit and like they don't want to look.
Other players were praying.
I've seen that too, which is pretty cool to see, for sure.
I read that your parents were there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine what it must have been like to be your parents watching what was happening to their son on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, it's as a parent, you don't want your child to go through that. And as a parent myself, it's like thinking I would rather see their pain. So, you know, and this is where it makes me emotional.
Oh my god, this is stupid.
Like, I wouldn't want Bernie or Charlie to go through that, so sorry. And I remember seeing my mom, and she's crying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play another game. Can't help.
Like, that's just
Can't
tough.
help it.
It's tough to see your parents cry too, because it makes you emotional. And we went back to their locker and we took X-rays. That's where they said you have a broken ankle.
When you're sitting back in that room, the ice is all over you, and they've told you you have a broken ankle. You know this season's done. What's that like to digest?
That was tough. And that's when, you know, Robin calls, and I'm talking to Robin, and she's trying to, you know, support me and says she wish she was there. And You know, God doesn't give you a challenge you can't handle. I think having the two little ones will really help me. They give you a little bit of perspective because they don't know what's going on. They just know Daddy has a boo boo. So they like to decorate it with stickers and they like to give it a hug and a kiss because that's what we do when they get boo boos. What do you want to learn through this experience? What have you already learned? I think I'm going to come back better than ever, and I firmly believe that, but I know it's going to be a long and difficult process.
I am ready for the first game in Toronto.
This coach Stevens called and said, "Do you need anything?" He said, "I want a basketball."
I watched the Celtics Lakers game last night, and
With each day that passes, things get weirdly better and also worse for the Boston Celtics. We can talk about the better first. Last night, Boston won its 10th straight. And while they haven't had the toughest schedule in the world, doing anything well 10 times in a row is hard. The Celtics not only managed it, they've been tremendous fun. Our Celtics writer Chris Warford has this great detail in his system last night as the Lakers were making a charge up the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. You could actually hear someone screaming at his team, stop standing around and watching Kyrie. I mean, sure, that's a good instruction, but can you blame those kids when Irving is spending the evening personally collecting all the Lakers' little ankles? This was in the first quarter. It's ridiculous. And by the way, both the start